Hi, I'm Brian Heidelberger, a partner with the law firm of Winston & Strawn in Chicago, and here today with another mini advertising law lesson. Today, the FTC updates its endorsement guidelines and what you need to know. The FTC had FAQs for the endorsement guidelines. They now have updated them again. They, in large part, do relate to influencers directly, trying to give some more information to influencers on how to disclose. But I think as advertisers, as advertising agencies and PR agencies, it's really helpful to us as well. Of course, the FTC previously told us clearly disclose when there's a connection. People wouldn't understand, and we know what some of that stuff is, but they've also said things like free travel, ownership interests, royalties, quid pro quo, you post for me and I'll post for you. Or even when you are asking people to post and then we'll make a donation. If you are directing content to U.S. residents, you will be subject to U.S. law. So if it's reasonably foreseeable that your videos will be seen by U.S. consumers, you need to comply with these FTC guidelines. Don't assume that people will understand there is a connection. Just because you're an employee posting on your own time, the FTC still thinks that a disclosure is necessary. The FTC has also clarified that tags do require disclosures. The FTC has also indicated that likes require disclosures. So I'll give you something in exchange for you liking my page. Now, the FTC recognizes that on some platforms, it's impossible to make disclosures. And in those cases, the FTC isn't saying, well, then don't worry about it. What the FTC is saying is you shouldn't give people things in exchange for liking your page on platforms where disclosures are not possible. You don't have to disclose exactly what you get as an influencer, but the FTC has said you can't say I got free stuff when you also got money, or you can't say I got money when you also have an ownership interest. So you need to disclose. You don't have to specifically disclose what you get, but if you do, then you can't leave things out. The FTC has said make the disclosure easy for people to see. It needs to be in each post. It can't just be in the bio. On Instagram, it needs to be in the first 4 lines so you don't make people click to see more. It can't be embedded in a ton of other tags. In video, it should be not just in the audio, because a lot of times people watch videos without sound. So it needs to be in the audio, and it needs to be in the on-screen super as well. And the FTC clarified that in the description isn't good enough. FTC has said that hashtag employee as a disclosure probably isn't good enough, as well as things like hashtag spawn, hashtag ambassador, hashtag consultant, hashtag client, hashtag advisor. All of those are not enough. The FTC said people won't necessarily understand what they mean. But if you add the advertiser's name to the front of that, let's say Winston consultant or Winston ambassador, Winston client, those will go further. The FTC likes that a lot more. Don't assume that the platforms like the Facebook and Instagram branded content tools are enough disclosure. You need to put it in a place where consumers' eyes are, and the FTC gave us an example, and they said in a photo platform, people might not paging through their streams. They look at the eye-catching images. They don't necessarily look at disclosures above the photo like we have on both Facebook and Instagram branded content tools. And so the FTC wants the disclosures in the pictures themselves where the people are looking. The FTC has also clarified that it's really still interested in going after advertisers and agencies, but you influencers who have been warned, the FTC is done warning and will come after you to the extent you continue to flout these rules. And finally, the FTC has clarified that there are not fines for the violation of the FTC Act. So most likely what would happen here if you got caught is a consent order. But don't forget, to the extent that you do sign a consent order and then you continue to violate that consent order, that's where the FTC brings in the big hammer, and the fines can be very large. Don't forget to have your monitoring and training programs in place, as well as take down if your influencers aren't abiding by the rules. That's really important as well. Let's not just focus on disclosure. So until next time, I hope this was helpful. Let's be careful out there.